the opener. Golly, and it only got better. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Do 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 do. Oh no, chat! They have our Mr. Negative. Not only getting their copy of Death, but getting to know that they have a copy of Death feels like a big deal here. Jose Mar, thank you for the Prime support. Appreciate that. Ooh, punished in a way here. Maybe should have held the Deadpool last turn to let it pump more before we ate it the first time. Well, that's cheating. Little bit of an expansion diff. Killmonger or Venom here. Killmonger is extra lovely in the face of Black Knight. I'm gonna play Killmonger here so that way Ant-Man is a 4 when it dies. That makes our null extra big. Do I want to murder Nico this turn to make Death cheaper? Yeah, probably. Wasn't gonna be particularly good anyways. Right on time, Magic. Welcome to the party. We just spread out a little bit. Nice and even.
Minions to me.
Like to dedicate that dub to the White Palace.
Victory.
Styling on Dracula's. Solid start to this run. No negative stuff, but Deadpool stuff. Real solid. Hopefully, them reworking these ending screens is still on their to-do list. They cleaned up the screens when you lost. When you win, there's still so many to click through. Just vibing still. We'll do this, and then we can negative, and then we can carnage them all. We're looking to dodge drawing Iron Man and Arnim Zola here. Those are our best negative cards to have in our deck. Nice. I make a command for the Twitch partner update. Now, FYI, for people that didn't catch it during yesterday's stream, Mr. Fantastic likely means that our opponent is playing the new pile of cards that has Grandmaster, Double Goliath, or Double Doctor Doom on the last turn. Felt like a relatively real Marvel Snap deck. Just this. Might just be this. Can swap these.
I am Iron Man.
So, confirmed Goliath pile of cards. They are fully Goliath framed with that stay. Yes, as you will, gamer. As you will.
Oh, snap.
You basically don't ever want to play Deadpool on one in this deck, because if you hit Nico's, oh, you know what I'm realizing looking at this list too? I'm gonna have to go back and look at... I think I need to go back and look at the previous list I've been playing, but didn't this deck play Forge last time we played it? Or am I misremembering? I feel like the last time I played this deck, I played Forge. Because Forge is pretty important. No, it definitely played Iron Man. No, you want Bass. You need multiple ways to get Deadpool started. Yeah, there wasn't an X23. We'll make that swap. You don't... The extra energy's like, okay, but the X23 jumping around makes Arnim Zola awkward, and you need... This deck is a... You either need to be a big Deadpool deck or a big Mr. Negative deck. And in order to get Deadpool big, it needs to have plus power to start. And Bast and X23, or Bast and Forge both give you a way to give Deadpool power to start. Isn't Forge better than Bast? Again, I feel like, am I stuttering? I'm not saying you cut Bast. I'm saying you played both, chat. You need multiple ways. You need multiple ways to make it so you could get your Deadpool rolling to start. Because just like killing Deadpool organically 3 times and getting it up to 8 power isn't big enough to be meaningful. Hey, Barrow, thank you you for the $10 tip. That's super generous. Great stream, best staff streamer by a mile. Thanks for keeping me around. They're not a storm deck, but we could get Alliance here is the problem. The Nico spell's not actually that useful. Just pass. I don't play the null. Okay, and then they Alliance mid here, right? Oh, they just get to do both. They just get to do both. Coco. I say this with a heavy heart, but I think their archetype is a real Marvel Snap deck. And as is often the case, optimizing and finding best decks in a given Marvel Snap format is often a race to figuring out the strongest prison deck. I think there is a chance that their deck will be solidly in contention for this could be the best prison deck. Is this Absorbing Man, Spider-Man all over again? I mean, that deck got Spider-Man redesigned, so maybe we'll get an Alliance redesign. I would agree with the person in chat saying it's more offensive than Spider-Man, Double Spider-Man, because Double Spider-Man at least proactively locked you out of the game so you could leave. This one, you don't necessarily know that they have it, so they have cube equity and get to beat you with cube equity. Well, and here's the problem now. If I actually can't Killmonger, because if I Killmonger, the X-23 could flip over to the right, which is why X-23 is awkward in this deck. That's fine. We're probably still winning the game. We're going to have two really big lanes. We're going to have priority so they can't Goliath us. Why no Iron Man? Because it's turn 6.
Cut off one head, two more.
I'm only playing these two both out because I need to have priority so Goliath is off the table for the last turn. Is your last card Shang? Non-zero chance the last card is Shang, yeah. Is it better to play Deadpool first to get power on both the dolls? I'd rather have the Deadpool be alive in case they Shang me or whatever. Oh yeah, last card could be Wave. It's a good show. Hey, Fonzosaurus, thank you for the brand new Prime. Appreciate it. I suppose the upside to X23 in this deck is I can X23 into Carnage then Mr. Negative on 3, but that's pretty unlikely to happen. Free Limbo, though. We take those. Forge is the card we're going to swap X23 for after this game, chat. I'm setting these up on the left because Starlit Citadel is about to shuffle where everything is at. And then it's a heavy sigh-inducing the rescue going left here, because the rescue going left here means that the rescue going left here means that we're about to get Professor X there. Was it Bass played last turn? I didn't think it negatively impacted Null. The Null is inverted, so Bass would have subtracted 3 power from it.
Escaped.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, Rithen. I think Sarah's a fine Marvel Staff card. I would not want adjustments to her personally. Like, I think if you were to point to something potentially being problematic, I would probably make the argument that... that Zabu is more problematic than Sarah. Does Grandmaster override nowhere as middle location? No. Nowhere and Cosmo both stop Grandmaster. A truly stimulating gameplay here. They don't have anything that makes numbers, though, right? I think this actually wins the game.
I am Iron Man.
Shang-Chi. Oh, Shang-Chi. I would assume, unless they've decided they want a full redesigned Professor X, we won't see any changes there. His actual stats are pretty mediocre, even if his play patterns are still truly atrocious.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, in the face of what's his name? Shang-Chi. 2099 being a design that they're conservative with just feels so eternally strange. Deadpool back to my hand. Deadpool back to my hand. Carnage back to my hand. Ship it. Flip it, ship it, rip it, flip it. I don't need to draw more cards this game, right? Just keep drawing Killmongers. Deadpool comes back to my hand. Deadpool comes back to my hand. Venom comes back to my hands. Helen Maris, thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Cosmo Middle does quash Grandmaster triggers. Grandmaster is an incredibly easy card to metagame that also suffers a good bit from location variance.
I am
Iron Man! That's adorable. You're who? Never heard of him.
Victory.
Iron Man. Iron Man won't help you where we're going, opponent. Lovely.
Snap. Victory.
Their Iron Man deck retreated the snap on Nidavellir? How atrocious does your hand have to be to do that? We're vibing, we're vibing. Waiting for a Deadpool. The pool of the dead chat right there. Love to see it.
Snap.
3 power pool into 5 power pool into Venom them. Ooh. Mother of God. Holy gamers. Make sure you click over to Conquest at the top, Siblios. The viewer decks won't be in there because I use them all in the same slot, but other non-viewer decks that were playing earlier should be under Conquest if they're not under the letter.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, but it's the proving grounds. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, you know, I'm probably supposed to put Killmonger here so I could go Deadpool into Venom here next turn. Your Darkhawk is large and in charge, opponent. And then we'll eat magic over here. And then next turn we get to go massive null, massive Deadpool. Yeah, I bet if you you look hard enough online, you can probably find some fanfic about the whole carnage eating magic scenario here. And then we just play for all three, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Little itty bitty baby hawk, chat. They work so hard to make it so large. And it's still so much tinier than Deadpool.
Victory.
Yeah, that game was a clinic in why Forge is important in this deck. It's really key that you pump your Deadpool up a bit to start, so that way when it gets rolling, you really get rolling. You know what else can't be stopped once they get rolling, chat? These adverts. We're gonna play a little bit more negative Deadpool when we get back from them in about 120 seconds. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. All right, I'm gonna run to the restroom and fill my water bottle in our 2-minute break. BRB. Hey, thanks for the 5 months, Spock. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Hey, Ashen Par, thanks for the 20 months. Getting ads on your channel is a jump scare at this point. You know, honestly, running ads on the regular, it's good at rustling up the prime subs that are otherwise lapsed. So Grandmaster has been Master. I think Grandmaster is a very reasonable and competitive Marvel Snap card in a number of decks. But those decks aren't just any deck playing on reveal effects. I think the Darkhawk Ravona deck that I featured last night really seems like it liked Grandmaster. I think the double Doctor Doom, double Eliath decks on turn 6 with Grandmaster seem pretty real. I'm skeptical that he's good enough in Bounce. He seems real reasonable in Surfer. The other thing about Grandmaster is the way Grandmaster reads, he feels like the type of card where even if he's not necessarily absurd right now, he's like one good on-reveal effect away from like being a must-have card for a top-tier deck. Our next 2 card releases after Grandmaster are both cards that will work with him. The idea of using him to double Spectrum or double Doctor Doom in an ongoing deck is neat. I want to try that at some point. Oh, thanks, bud. Want to avoid drawing Null and Iron Man here? Perfect. Null and Iron Man are our big cards we want to invert. Yep. Thanks, bud. Appreciate you. Then I think I slide this over here just so if they like Goliath be center, we win the right. You drew the Mr. Negative deck 2 extra cards. Retreat. You drew the Mr. Negative deck 2 extra cards. Why are we still here?
Hail Hydra!
Hail Hydra!
I am Iron Man.
Victory.
I saw this deck list going around Twitter. Iron Lad with Maximus and Gladiator is a dangerous game, chat. Dangerous, dangerous game.
Opponent snapped.
Alright, we'll give you 1 keepback. Game was weak anyways.
Escaped.
There's a world where, like, we, like, build up a big Venom and then Zola the Venom across the board, but they're a Shang deck and a Shadow King deck, so no reason to bet cubes on that.
Oh, snap.
They didn't retreat after they drew us 2 extra cards, so I would wager they're not going to retreat against the Destroy deck into Death's Domain. Hey, Jabagoo! Thanks for the 5 bucks. Welcome back. Man, why can't they ever hit any of the cards that are good for me? Deadpool, Bast, Mr. Negative would have all been stellar there, and some of the Nico Minars would have been good too, even. It's sad that people are never punished for being hyper greedy. we're dead at this point.
Opponent snapped.
Come together for us there.
Escaped.
Surviving for a turn still. Anything other than Mr. Negative kind of sucks for us to get bold here, so let's get rid of this. Iron Man and Null in our deck here still. Happily snap.
Victory.
Deck. Kinda. Someone donated for us to play it. This is an old deck we used to play a bunch of. Dafk, thank you for the entire year of support. Welcome back. One of these days, they're gonna hit the half a dozen cards that are good for me when they hit them. One of these days. I think this is a try and build up for a large organic null. We do that. So this guarantees that we'll draw null.
Doom rules all.
And it kills a really big thing. We needed the draw. I don't think they're usually an Alliance deck. We'll find out though. And remember, when we destroy the null, he doubles as well. So this isn't just going to be a 29 power null. This is going to be a 58 power null here and here. I'm pretty sure they're the Sarah deck that's like Shang-Chi's and stuff, not Alliance. This deck looks like it would run Alliance. No, not at all. Maxus is not a card you play for priority. It's a card you play on the last turn. Classic 58 power null.
Victory.
Big boy. So Someone asked, are high evolutionary decks competitive at higher ranks? They're like B-, C+ tier. The Leech High Evo deck is like okay. You could have quoted me in the past saying that the high evolutionary Leech deck is like the worst deck that people play at high odds. I think it tends to be overrated a bit. That's fine. We can close out a gold ticket with this one before we move on to our next pile of cards. Again, just waiting on Bast. You're looking primarily to Bast Iron Man or Deadpool. We're still just vibing. Squirrels! Spider-Man and Scorpion, that's like the Abomination build, right? Unlucky. That build's not super popular, but it exists. The Leech build is like the Limbo, make Limbo, play She-Hulk build. Ham and eggs, thank you for the brand new Prime, appreciate the support. Evo's a great card for intermediate collection level players, just one card gives you a B tier deck. Yeah, I think that's a good take. I'd agree with that in general. That is also super accurate. The high Evo Not deck is very good at farming AIs. Big true. I'm leaving. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but our draw does not come together at all. They're a little limp. We might see it out, but I'm not seeing it for 4. Hey, thanks for the quarter of a year, Unicorn. Welcome back. It's beautiful. Do-do-do.
Snap.
I don't know what to play. Listen, the number one thing as you're ranking up in Marvel Snap, especially in growing a smaller collection, is that unlike a lot of other card games where the appropriate answer is net deck, net deck, net deck, in Marvel Snap, you kind of need to wait to do that, because you need to just build what your collection has available to you. If you're someone that's interested in just like looking up a tier 1 deck and net decking it, Marvel Snap's probably going to be a pretty negative experience for you overall. It does not facilitate doing that particularly well. Might be right to Killmonger here because it's more energy efficient, but eating a full path with Carnage is really appealing, especially when Kill's going to be closing. The Kingpin is horrible. Insert generic comment about pixel variants here. Kiln. Trying to dance around Kiln into a Quake deck sounds atrocious. Going on, Obi-Wan. Haven't visited a ton since your Magic tournament. Want to stop by and show you some appreciation and still go back and watch stuff periodically. I hope everything's going well with staff. It is, Obi. Thanks for hanging out. 2023 ended up being my my best year making content to date on Twitch as a platform. Very, very solid year for me. They have a Goliath. That's a good question. They might. We could double Zola here, potentially, thanks to Quake. I assume they're in a Nihilist deck. With the Sentry. So this is the super fun play. However, that's really bad against Goliath. Just leave it.
Victory.
Swing Tower Deadpool. What happens when a face-down Deadpool gets killed by a purple fart? It's just gone in the wind. Does not currently have text to let it pop back to your hand. Does not have rules text while face down. I think I do this just so I have the least amount of cards going back into my deck here. It's not the Deadpool I wanted for Christmas gamers. Probably a retreat angle here. Get infinite with the Wolf Scar 10 power things deck, yeah. I think one of the most important things too is like, especially more important than picking the best deck is being comfortable with the deck that you're playing, and more specifically, understanding the snapping and retreating principles of the deck that you're playing is a really big deal. Much more important than most other things. I think we have any meaningful draws here. Even this is our absolute best, just isn't good enough. It's only 12 points of power here, and if they have a Nihilist, it's like super negative. They have a Demon as well.
Escaped.
Zola first, then Iron Man. That's only 18 middle. And if they have a Nihilist, they're adding a Nihilist plus Demon, which is 12.
Oh, snap.
Well, snap, Nico, draw 2 on 1. Polaris and Jeff Scream Goliath. Maybe. Polaris is just like a generically good card with Kingpin, right? Is likely what they're doing. Staff's one of my favorite games. I like the pacing. It's very good. I think I would prefer if they cleaned up some of the clock interactions a little bit in Snap, but overall, it's definitely more good than bad. Losing that one is sad. All right, safety room, do your thing. Like the lack of an extension after a late snap. So it actually does give you an extension. It's just not particularly long. One of the things you may or may not have heard me talk about at length is how one of the only surefire ways you can know you're playing against a bot right now is if you snap and then end the turn, and the turn immediately ends. If you snap a regular player and end the turn, they get an extension. Game. Love to see a snap unlock your locked in place. So that is on their roadmap. They said they currently have technical hurdles that have prevented them from implementing that, but one of their goals is to be able to let you undo all actions even if you've snapped. As well, god damn it, Icebox. As well as when someone snaps you and unlocks your locked in turn. So those are things they would like to do. When are those getting added? I don't know, but they're in dev. Magic blunts the blow of turn 5 negative a little bit, but still not ideal. Does Icebox always hit the worst possible card for you? That's just because your lizard brain simply doesn't remember all of the times it hits the cards you don't care about. Time to just start building up our null. You need a better gaming chair. I'm gonna give you the best piece of advice you've ever gotten for your back. Don't ever buy a gaming chair. I have a sponsor, Flexispot, who does high-end office chairs, but don't strictly feel like you need to adhere to my sponsor. Any high-end office chair is significantly better than the average gaming chair. Why is that? Because gaming chairs tend to be cheap, and they tend to be designed with style and not ergonomics in mind. average Mr. Negative experience. The 2-0 cost cards I wanted to draw are literally my bottom two.
Escaped.
But they look like a race car. They sure do. Okay, so this is
Snap.
kind of the Nutter Butters. Now we just sit here and don't do anything for a couple of turns, and then we play Mr. Negative on 4, he inverts our deck, and then we immediately draw 2 negative cards.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
That's actually quite bad for us, because now my hand is getting full. It's a draw now. Sedge. Drawing Null's not ideal, but we still have Iron Man and Zola in our deck, which is great. Perfect. We just gotta count on drawing Zola here. Null significantly worse. Oh, we should save Carnage for the Void. Yeah, probably. It's this, right? This gives me... No, their Jeff can move. Shoot. Yeah, I should have saved the Carnage. No! Oh, I've never run out of time like that before. Oh, if I would have put Quake in the middle, we've gotten there.
Iron Man.
All hail Hydra!
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
I'd have won with Quake. But are we good anyways? Oh, that's so frustrating! Oh, I found the line! Fuck you, bud! Emotes are such a mistake, chat. They're such a goddamn mistake. That's extra frustrating icing on the cake. That's the first time I've ever had it fully out of time.